Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this full moon in Cancer, December 26th, 2023, psychic crystal reading for each of the 4 elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So please watch this entire video because you know this full moon in Cancer is not just going to affect your sun sign only. So if you know the elements that correspond with your rising sign, your moon sign, and your sun sign, you may want to watch those elements as well, which could lead you to watching maybe the entire video. Because remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. But before we get started on the psychic crystal part of this video, I'm going to give you a little astrology information first. We will feel more inspired to focus on our family and those we love while under the influence from the energies of the full moon in Cancer brings to us on December 26th, 2023. Our home and family lineage will also feel very important to us. But the polarity from the sun in Capricorn will also be pulling us in the opposite direction of our jobs, careers, position in life, and our responsibilities. We must find balance between these dichotomies. We will feel highly motivated to express our feelings over the course of the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. This full moon in Cancer encourages us to resolve any of our reoccurring habits and practices that have been keeping us from finding harmony and equilibrium in our home life and work life. Now on to the psychic crystal reading for this full moon in Cancer. And first, I'm going to start with the element of earth. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. You may be super, super vigilant and wise to what people are up to and following like typical behaviors and, you know, like anybody, especially people that you find like these patterns aren't good, like they're negative, or the same old thing, here they come, they're going to say the same old thing. Like you're going to be hyper aware about people behaving in their typical patterns and behaviors. Some of you could get quite emotional and really want to like hold people's feet to the fire. Make people accountable. You could be like irritated and wanting to, you know, call people out on their crap and you know, tell them off. Some of you earth signs may feel that way over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Some of you will feel really inspired to make everything very homey. It could be foods that you're cooking, making things like really comfortable with like comfy pillows and throw blankets and nice candlelight and making things like warm and glowing and comfortable. Some of you earth signs may be really inspired to do that to your home, like all over or particular rooms even. Some of you earth signs may find that you're making amends with a friend. Now, you could have recently had a falling out with them, or it could have been long ago. It'll be different for all of you, but Making amends with a friend comes up for some of you earth signs over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Some of you that are out there looking for a job may find like this is the optimum time for you to get hired. So scheduling, like if you, like any job interviews, would be awesome. Now, Mercury's retrograde, I think it starts on the 12th, and we don't get out of the shadow period until sometime in mid-January. So some of you may not think it's a good time to do that, but my guides are telling me that if you go on any job interviews, you're likely to get hired on the spot over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Some of you may be extra creative during this time, and you could make something or create something that's really wonderful, well received by the public. So if you're an artistic person or a creative person, maybe you make videos or you do DIYs, or you're just an artist and really great at creating things, musical artist or painting and sculpting artist, you could create something that's very well received and could gain you some positive notoriety and maybe even good financial gains. Some of you earth signs may teach some kind of course, class, webinar, seminar, and that's going to be well received, and you could attract more business to you that way, or people will want to take more classes or courses from you or learn more things about you. So this is an excellent time for the earth signs to do teaching, training, classes, seminars, webinars, anything like that where you're educating other people. So now I'm going to give you the 3 cautions for the earth signs for the energies of this full moon in Cancer, December 26, 2023. Some of you earth signs may be picking things apart too much. So you could be micromanaging people. You could be like a real taskmaster. You might be particularly fussy about like everything's got to be perfect or just so, and you could alienate other people or really tick people off. So I'm not your mother. I'm not your aunt. I'm just the psychic here. You can do what you want, but you may really alienate yourself or really make people upset with you if you get too micromanaging and picky-uni about stuff. Some of you need to be careful about purchases you make, because if you buy something outright without doing your research on it or test driving it or testing it first, and you're like, this is it, I'm buying it, I'm out of here, this is what I want, no questions asked, you don't do the research, you don't read feedback, you don't test it if you have the ability to test it first, you may find that you got to take it back. There could be a problem with it, especially if it's technology or machinery or mechanical in any way. Some of you that are coupled, your significant other could be having problems or upset, and they may need you to really listen to them if they're struggling with any problems, having any issues. So you would do well to listen to your partner. Don't be quick to blow them off or just be like, yeah, whatever, or yeah, they don't feel good, or yeah, well, whatever, because this is, it's more problematic than you think it is. So keep that in mind. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. And to the earth signs out there, if you want to see what's going to happen for you, what my spirit guides have predicted for your specific sign, you can get my 2020 New Year 2024 10-card Celtic Cross Psychic Tarot readings that are available on Vimeo. And that link is down below in the description box, and it's also in the Show More section down below, or it's on my website on the videos page. And you can click on whatever sign you want on that videos page, and that link will take you to that video on Vimeo. And again, I did it last year. I'm doing it again this year because people had requested this. I've been on YouTube. It'll be 10 years in June. And people, once I started doing the videos with the crystals, they wanted New Year crystal readings. So last year, I finally did that in 2022, and it was a big hit. So I did it again this year. So you can also get my psychic crystal readings for the new year of 2024 for each sign of the zodiac. That link again is down below in the description box in the show more section. And it's also, the links are on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. So you got two, lots of information, two different ways to see what is coming up for you in the new year. You may want to get your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign if you can do it, or just get your sun sign or rising sign, or if you only want to get one, go by what resonates with you on my YouTube readings. So, all that being said, now on to the element of water. This is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The water signs may feel inspired, like they want to take action from the energies of this full moon in Cancer over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. It could also inspire the water signs to take risks and chances as well. Some of you water signs are going to learn a new craft or a new skill over these next 30 days. Some of you water signs are going to make a big concerted effort to change something physically for yourself. It could be your health and wellness, but it could be your diet, your exercise routine. It could be even maybe some of you want to get cosmetic surgery. Some of you water signs are going to find yourself wading through like lots of paperwork. And you may think, do people have paperwork anymore? Everything's online. I still feel it's paperwork. It could be like documents and things that need to be filed, or bills, or going through old papers that, like, do I keep this? Do I get rid of it? Do I scan it? What do I do with it? Getting rid of a lot of paperwork. It could be mail. It could be a lot of things mixed in there. Some of you could make friends. This is a little weird of a message. Make friends with a friend, or somebody, like make friends with somebody you used to know in the past. So they may have been an acquaintance to you and not a friend, but you reconnect with them in some way and they become a friend. Or they were a friend to you in the past. You guys lost touch because life takes over and you just lost touch. And so you become reacquainted and you become friends again with them. Some of you water signs may feel like you want to uproot your life and move. And if you don't move during the next 30 days, you may be starting to think about it and start like looking at properties or thinking about where would you want to go. Some of you could really be highly active in your social media presence and start putting a lot of new content or new things online. And you could attract a bigger following, get lots of comments, especially if you're somebody that does work online, that you need the social media for your business. if you do a lot of work for, like, maybe you have a YouTube channel, or, you know, you do some other kind of work online, or you're a public figure or whatever, you start being really active on posting things on social media, and you're going to stir up a lot of people that are going to come to you and be interested and, you know, be commenting on your things and paying more attention to the work that you're doing. And it doesn't have to be work involved. That could even be if it's just your, you know, your personal account. Could be getting a lot of activity if you put the energy into making posts and things like that. So here are the 3 cautions for the water signs. You could have something that happens very quick that could be quick and could be painful, but it could be quick. So you may need to get a tooth pulled, or there could be a breakup that has to happen. You could be getting broken up with, or you could be doing the breakup, or maybe you're going to quit your job, or maybe they're going to let you go. I don't know what it is specifically, because I just get, it's like ripping a Band-Aid off. It could be painful, but it's going to be, I don't feel like it's something that gives you lingering pain. So it's kind of like a warning that this could be coming. I don't know that you can avoid it. So I can't, it's kind of a warning more than a caution. You have to be careful about spending too much money, because you could be dipping into the till too much over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. And this could be especially if you're a business owner. Maybe you're going to be, you know, taking money out of the business too much, but it could be your own personal money. So be careful of, like, not overspending. And some of you are going to be really prone to partying it up and drinking a lot, and you could just get, like, too drunk. I don't know how else to say it. There's no nicer way to say it. And, you know, that's fine if you're in a safe environment and you, like, if you're home or you're at a, you know, a relative or a friend's home, and you can just go sleep it off and you don't have to drive anywhere. But, you know, sometimes when you get drunk, you say things you don't want to say. So it's not just about driving. So just be cautious of that, because I see some of the water signs really getting hammered over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days, which makes sense because New Year's Eve, you're crossing right over it with this energy. But, you know, some people don't want to celebrate New Year's and don't want to drink. But I think some of you, I'm not saying it's on that day, you know, I'm not saying that. It could be on the day of this full moon, the day after Christmas, or, you know, I don't know. Remember, the energies are strongest the days around the full moon and for 2 weeks, especially. But they can last up to 30 days. So this getting drunk could happen at any time during that time frame. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the element of fire. This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You fire signs may feel like it's high time to look out for number 1. And you may feel like it's really time for you to, like, amp up or rev up things that are going on in your life. Some of you fire signs may really dip into, like, studying about psychology, or maybe something crops up and you're just like, you know what, I want to look into what the medical field says is the psychological reasons for this person's behavior, or your own behavior, or things going on out in the world, people in public's behavior. So, or it could be you're just interested in the topic of psychology, or maybe you're going to be studying it in school. Some of you fire signs are going to be broadening your scope and your horizons. And this could be like if you do any sales, you may be broadening your territory. If you're in school, you may be broadening your field of study. If you have a business, you may be broadening like the target audiences or where you're going to, the clients and customers and that you're trying to reach, like broadening your scopes and horizons in these different areas. Some of you may be really inspired by this full moon in Cancer to stay on task and stay on point and stay on target with some goal you're trying to reach, like weight loss you're trying to, a weight loss goal. It could be a money goal, like I want to make this much money in this amount of time, or, maybe you're into social media and you want to have this many followers, whatever it is, but like staying on target, staying on point, sticking to your goals. Some of you are going to make a partner in a business, or it could be like a law firm. It could be a medical practice. It could be some other kind of like partnership agreement could be coming up here. And this would be a blessing for you. You could also be passing tests, important tests and exams that could lead you to get a master's degree, a doctorate degree, or some type of certificate of, completion of some training that you were taking. These are all things that will come up for many of you with this energy from this full moon in Cancer, you fire signs. Some of you fire signs are really going to look like $1 million. So if you had felt like in the past you didn't feel like you looked that great, or you wanted to, you wanted your appearance to be more amped up and look better, it could even just be something to do with your aura shifting and changing. People are going to recognize that. You're going to get compliments. People are going to say, you look great, fire sign. What'd you do? Why you look so good? What's your secret? That kind of energy is going to be around you over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Some of you fire signs are going to get noticed or recognized by a boss or a potential boss or somebody else that recognizes your skills, your talents, your knowledge, or something about you, and they could give you an opportunity over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Now, here are the 3 cautions, warnings or cautions for the fire signs. Some of you may experience trouble sleeping. You could be tossing and turning with sleep from the energies of this full moon. It could also be highly activating your dreams, which could be causing you to wake up when you're asleep, and that could disrupt your sleep. Wow, some of you got to be careful what you say, because I get you saying something dumb and it's going to hurt somebody's feelings, or you're going to regret it. Like, I'm using this as an example. Let's say you're talking to somebody and their mother just died. And then you're talking to them and you make this horrible joke about mothers. And the person's mother just died. And either you knew it and you forgot, or you just weren't thinking, and it's going to be totally dumb and that person is going to be upset. So I'm using it as an example, but saying something dumb that could make you feel bad. So keep what you say in check with people over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Some of you need to be careful about what you're eating, because I feel like you're going to eat something that's going to bother you. And I see in particular figs. I don't ever even eat figs. So that's weird for figs to come up to me. But That's what I get, but it could be something else. I feel like it's a fruit. I feel like it's either figs or apricots. I have no idea why those two things are coming up to me, but it could be other things. Could even be asparagus. Those are the three things I see. I feel like, but it could be anything. I feel like you're going to eat something and you could have an allergic reaction, or it could really bother your stomach. So be careful over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days of what food you're eating. Even if you think, oh, what, vegetables, fruit? That sounds good. Why would that be bad? Well, I don't know. It's like your stomach isn't going to react well to it, is what I get. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the element of air. This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Some of you air signs are really going to be learning how to let go from this full moon in Cancer's energy. It's going to affect you where you're going to learn how to let go of problems, people that have rent space in your head and affected your energy and affected your aura. And it could be other things you're learning how to let go of: anger, resentment, other things. Some of you air signs are going to be very much into taking out things that you have, possessions, looking at them, analyzing them, and deciding, do I keep, like you're going to have piles, donate, keep, sell. And so I feel like you're going to be going through a lot of your things and, decluttering. Some of you are going to really amp up your physical working out. Like I see you lifting weights and working out on an elliptical or in stair climbers and, but especially like lifting weights, walking, ellipticals, like all that kind of energy. I feel like some of you are really going to be inspired to work out over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Some of you air signs may be challenging people to do their part and to do their bit. So if you have kids or family members that are like, pull your weight. What are you doing? I'm not going to be the one that does everything. You got to pitch in and help. And this could even be at work. If it's not happening in your family life, it could be at work or in any clubs, groups, and organizations you belong to. You may feel like you and a couple other people are the ones doing all the work, and there's a lot of people skating. And you're going to be like, quit skating, get in here and do the work that needs to get done. So you may be a little bit of a taskmaster, but I feel like it's necessary. I don't feel like you're doing it just to be mean or annoying. I feel like it's warranted what you're saying. I feel that some of you are going to be really thriving on and maybe healing on something you get. It could be like a new drink, like a new collagen drink, protein drink, healthful drink, a smoothie. It could be some kind of herbal remedies or tinctures or something that you're going to take that's going to boost your immune system, revitalize your energy, boost your metabolism, like something that you come across. And I feel like you see it maybe on an advertisement on social media that perks perks you up, or you're listening to a podcast and the person is like, hey, you got to try this, great new drink or tincture or remedy or herbal concoction or this or that. And you get it because you're like, yeah, okay, let me see. And it's really going to be helpful to you, and healthful and helpful, both. Some of you are going to make a lot of money on something that you want to sell, or it could be like a bonus, a commissions check, or like a product or service you're selling. Over the next 2 weeks to 30 days, I see you getting some good income here. Some of you air signs, your family is going to either take you on a nice trip and vacation, or they could be taking you out to a nice meal, like, you know, celebrating you or wanting to do something kind and nice for you. Now, here are the 3 cautions or warnings for the air signs. Air signs, you have to be careful you don't make a big stink over something that is not important. Like, I see you getting agitated and like, bleh, like getting mad and saying stuff. And it's like, I feel like something triggers you. And what you're getting mad about is minor, but you got other stuff going on that's causing you to overreact. So be careful of that. Your sensitivity levels are going to be very high, air signs. So, you know, you could cry at the drop of a hat. Like, you could be very emotional, especially watching like movies or old movies or anything where sentimentality kicks up for you. That could be happening strongly for the air signs. You got to be careful of your feet, air signs. You could put your, I know this is going to sound strange, but welcome to Psychic Readings. You could get your foot stuck in something. You could get your foot stuck in a shoe you can't get out of, or a boot that's too tight. So if you go trying on shoes or boots at the store, you could really be having a freak out. Because you could think, oh, I'm just going to get my foot in here. I'm going to get it in, and then you can't get your foot out. You could also be getting your foot stuck like in a plank between 2 planks of wood. Like you step, maybe there's rotten wood and you step on some wood and your foot goes through and you get stuck and you can't get out. You got to be really careful of getting your foot stuck in something. I know that sounds weird, but you know, there is, because I get this overwhelming feeling of panic. And it has to do with your foot. Also, be careful of your feet that you don't drop anything on it. Like if you're cooking in the kitchen or baking, heed this warning. Wear shoes, don't wear flip-flops, bare feet, or slippers. I mean it, because something could drop on your foot. But I really feel it's more like your foot getting stuck than anything else. So I apologize, that's a weird message, but it is what it is, and that's what came up here. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like this video if you do. Share it with others if you feel it's worth sharing. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. And hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And don't forget, I'm also on Rumble. And my channel name is the Lucky Mermaid LLC, all one word, because you never know, something could happen over here. They do take people down, especially, you know, they remove people that are alternative ways of thinking and believing and doing in all areas. So in case you're like, what happened to the Lucky Mermaid? Go check me out on Rumble, because I'll be over there if something happens over here. And if you would like to donate to this channel and support the readings that I do, there's a donation link down below in the description box in the Show More section. And that link is connected to PayPal. Thank you to those of you who generously donate. It does help me a lot and it means a lot to me. So thank you so much for that. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand videos, where I look at very specific topics and channel my spirit guides' messages to bring you psychic predictions and messages for those topics, I use a variety of divination tools. And if you want to get any of those special videos where I am looking in those topics, those links are always posted down below in the description box in the Show More section. And they're also available on my website at the videos page. And you can click on whatever zodiac sign you want under whatever heading of the video series you're interested in, and that link will take you to that video on Vimeo. So there is New Year's readings here abound. So if you want to see what this new year is going to bring for you, you can get my New Year 2024 10-card Celtic Cross Psychic Tarot readings are available for each sign of the zodiac. You could get all three of your, main signs, sun, moon, and rising. And that would give you 30 cards. This is a 10-card Celtic Cross Tarot spread. Lots of predictions and messages in those readings. So you could get those, or just get your sun sign or your rising sign, or whatever resonates for you normally on YouTube. Also, I did it again this year, my psychic crystal readings for the new year of 2024 for each sign of the zodiac. They were very popular last year. I did them again this year, so you can get more predictions and messages from my guides in those readings. Also, you're being affected by the eclipses that we had in October. The full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, October 28th, 2023. Psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings are available. And I use the same format for the new moon solar eclipse in Libra, October 14th, 2023. Psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings. You're getting affected by those eclipses still. I know some astrologers say, oh, they only last 6 weeks or 6 months. When I did both of those readings, both of those series, the eclipses effects on both of those eclipses were going out even up to a year for some of the signs. So you might want to check them out. Also, my Horseshoe Tarot 7-card spread psychic tarot readings. They started in August of 2023. They go through until August of 2024. So 1 year of predictions there. 7 cards, lots of predictions. It's one of the most popular series that I do on my Vimeo videos if you haven't gotten it yet. And my career and finance, psychic tarot, and crystal readings for the next 12 to 18 months. I recorded them in April of 2023, and they go all the way out until the end of October of 2024. That's almost a whole other year from now. This may be the last chance for you to get those. I don't think I'm going to continue them, or I may change the way I do them. So if you like the old format, you might want to get those career and finance readings. There's many other videos that I do. I'm not going to name them all here. You can look at the links down below, and you can also go to the videos page and scroll through on my website. You can see all the different videos, how long the predictions go out for, what divination tools I've used, and you just click on the sign you want, and that link will take you to that video on Vimeo. So I wish you a very happy, healthy, and blessed new year in 2024. And I hope that this full moon in Cancer, December 26, 2023, brings you amazing energy and that's helpful to you. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.